open our Kali Linux, and we need to keep our, if you are using Kali Linux in a virtual machine, you please make sure that network interface is in bridge adapter mode, so that it and separate IP will assign to this, and so that even while getting the reverse TCP connection, it won't be a problem. If it is in a NAT, it will be you will be facing a connectivity problem. So we please make sure that you keep it in a bridge mode. So we'll type a command called ifconfig to check our IP address 192.168.1.4, and now we'll generate a payload by using the MSF Venom. MSF Venom is a combination of MSF payload and MSF encode. So we use MSF Venom to generate payloads, and to by using that payloads we'll attack victims by deploying, or uh, by doing the social engineering and those kind of things. We'll deploy those payloads in the client side, and we'll try to access that client machines from our attacking PC. So we use this command msf venom. Here we need to mention our host IP address. Host means our Kali Linux machine IP address to hear traffic on our machine. So, and L port, or whatever the port that you want to use. So I am mentioning it as double four double four. And I am saving that payload on my desktop. So I will be giving the desktop path. And I am using chrome.exe. I am saving the output with chrome.exe file name, and press enter. It will take a few seconds to generate the payload. So here you can see the payload is generated, and we can check whether the payload is generated or not on our desktop. So for that we need to move to the desktop for desktop directory. So for the moving to the desktop directory, we'll use the command called cd, and the desktop is generated at cdac user. So we'll move to that folder, and for viewing whether what are the files that are there in that directory, we use command called ls means list. So that chrome.exe, it is already it is generated chrom.exe. So that is the payload that we have generated. So now we need to use our Apache web server to host that chrome.exe file in a web server, so that any victim, if he visit our website, he may download that exe file, and he will install that exe file. So for that, what we will do, we'll copy our chrome.exe file to the var slash www slash html folder. So generally this is the folder where we use to host our applications. And we use command called service apache to start our apache web server. Now the web server is has been started, and we need to start our metasploit console metasploit by using the msf console command. It's always better to open msf console with admin privileges, and here you can see how many exploits are available in msf metasploit version 5.0.99. We are currently, this is the latest version, and 2045 exploits are there, and these are the different kinds of exploits, and 562 default payloads are there. And even if you want, you can even generated payloads that you whatever the payload kind of payload that you want to generate. So you will use multi handler utilities. So for that we need to use the command use hyphen multi slash handler. And now we need to set the payload for attacking the for taking the reverse TCP IP connection from the payload that we have from the payload that we have deployed on the victim mission. Use this command. So there is a spelling mistake, that's why it is not came. So now we have set our metasploit to listen the reverse TCP IP connection, and for that we need to set some few more arguments. For the we need to check what are the options that we need to set. So for that we use command show option. By using the show option, we need to set we came to know that these are the parameters that is required. If required, it will mention as yes. If not required, it will mention as no. So that process is already mentioned, and L port is by default double four that we double four is the port that we have used while generating the payload also. So we need to set L host. So local host IP address is 1.192.168.51.1.4 our IP address is. So we'll mention 1.4 as our IP address and press enter. And then for exploiting for starting the exploit, we can use the two commands. One is called run and one more is called exploit. So we have started the exploit. So now what we will do, we will visit our Windows mission, and we'll try to download that chrome.exe file, and we'll try to install, and whether we will see whether we have got the uh, shell for this mission or not. So what IP address of that Kali mission is 192.168.1.4. Use whatever the browser that you want to use, and visit that folder with this. Basically it's there is a spelling mistake. So now it has been downloaded. What we will do is we'll visit the download folders, and we'll install with an admin privileges. It will ask for permission, so I am giving it as run anyway. If it ask for any kind of permission, so now what we will do, we'll visit our metasploit. So now here we can see one session is open and we got the meterpreter shell. So we'll check what is the system that as victim is using. Sysinfo is the command to check in Windows for checking Windows system information. So here you can see computer name is CDAC and operating system is Windows 8.1 and architecture is 64-bit. System language is US. So now you can see with here that we got shells, and we use ls command to check what are the files that are already existed in that downloads folder. So here you can see what is the folder that we are currently in and what are the things that are there in that current directory. So this is the thing, this is how we can exploit a Windows machine. For countermeasure for this is using the latest updated antivirus and dedicated host firewall. And one more thing, we need to be careful that we should not download any unauthorized software, and we should not download any software from untrusted sites. So it is better always visit the official site, so that we can make sure that exe files or whatever the applications that you are downloading should not contain any kind of malware. So this is it.